This will be probably one of the most momentous days in the history of our nation and this parliament. We are looking at passing a piece of legislation that will enable the people of this nation to go to a referendum on a voice to parliament. As I've travelled around the country and spoken to a lot of Australians, they are still very, very confused about what this means to them and future generations. Some of the speakers today in this chamber, I cannot and will not agree with them. But as I look around the chamber and the people in the galleries, I see people of all different cultural backgrounds, all different races, people that have migrated to this country for a better way of life. This nation was founded on the Westminster system of government after it was settled by the English. Yes, we all acknowledge there were other people at the time in this nation. But it's been on the backbone of the, as people say, the colonialists, the convicts, the people who came here. Many came here, dragged here from England and other places against their will. They were the stolen generation as well. Many atrocities have happened over the period of time, and we have not acknowledged that. We can't change it, but we have acknowledged it. Our country has grown with a parliamentary system that was started, the same system in England, with a parliament, with people elected based on their dedication, passion, those people wanting to make changes for the betterment of this country. Those opportunities have been afforded to anyone, whether it be people born here, migrants, refugees, and even the Indigenous Australian. To say that they've never had a voice is truly untrue. It's not the truth. We have Indigenous people sitting in this parliament based on their ability and their dedication, hold their seats in this place with pride, representing not only their own cultural background and trying to represent them, but for all Australians. The same as I do. My cultural background may be of English-Irish, but my responsibility in this place is to all Australians, regardless of race, colour, creed. To raise issues, as Senator Pocock has, and saying a lot of these questions haven't been answered, you've got problems out there. This comes from a senator that on many occasions to do with legislation hasn't consulted with the people, hasn't consulted with businesses, has just supported legislation. And yet he dares to question the fact that there was consultation that went on. It never did. At Uluru, it never did. It was a bunch of academics that went out there. The Aboriginals that I have visited in some of these communities haven't even been consulted. They have no idea what's going on. And I'm sure Senator Price will back me up with this. When we talk about the problems, billions and billions of dollars have been thrown at it over the years. I've spoken about it since I first came to Parliament in 1996. The money has not got to where it has needed to go. You've had your bodies. You've got over 3,200 Aboriginal corporations and bodies. You've got a department that's set up under the previous government, the NIAA, $4.5 billion a year. You handed out over $1 billion in grants in 1 year to 1,500. You got all the other government departments handing out $11.5 billion in grants. Where has the money gone? That's the question you need to ask yourselves. Where has the money gone? Who have you put in charge of it? Is the fox in charge of the hen house? And yet you turn around and you want to blame everyone else who is not Aboriginal Indigenous in this nation for the faults that maybe you should look in your own backyard and question yourselves. Why hasn't things changed?